Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Thermomixing Adventures. Lisa here. Today we are doing our first mystery hidden box of our Christmas bingo. Some of you may actually only have this recipe to make to actually get a 4 in a row. If you've been making them ahead, you would know that this is one of the 4 in a rows, hence the reason it was hidden. So the first person to be able to show me the photos of the 4 in a row, including this one, is going to be sent some gorgeous little gift tags to go on their goodies this year. So we've got these gorgeous gift tags ready to go out onto your gorgeous things this Christmas. So I hope you can hear me today. Welcome if you're new around here. My name is Lisa Keegan. I'm a Thermomix consultant and team leader, and I turn up every day to inspire you to use your Thermomix in ways that you may not have thought possible. Hopefully along the way you get hints and tips regardless of what model you've got, and you gain confidence so that your Thermomix serves you really well in the kitchen. So that's why I turn up. So today, Dukkah. Dukkah is so easy. You do not need to buy it. It is crazy expensive to buy it. And when you see what ingredients it is, I bet you'll make it from now on. So let's get into this recipe. By the way, you might notice I'm so excited. My new laptop turned up. So I feel like I'm all in one again. It's easy to come online. And hopefully you can hear and see me okay. Do say hi if you're watching on. Really love to know you are watching and getting value from these. I know many of you watch on YouTube in the nighttime. That's very amazing. I love that too. And also remember to share these videos. If you have friends or family who have a Thermomix or an equivalent something, send them these videos. Make sure they know how easy it is to make amazing food in their Thermomix. We can save so much money, and we certainly save our sanity when we're comfortable with our Thermomix, which is really what I'm on about. So, with no further ado, hello Sue, lovely to see you on. Let's get into Dukkah. Dukkah is great for entertaining, it's great for gifting away, and it's so incredibly simple. You do not need to buy it. I was gifted a while back now. I'm just trying to find what I'm looking for. These things, okay? And I gotta say, my kids have used a few of them, but we can make them with our Thermomix. We don't need to buy them. We've got the ingredients. So today we're going to make this gorgeous Dukkah, perfect on your gorgeous bread that you've made with some oil, dipped in on things like bagels. This is savory, even on meat. If you are going to roast some chicken or some lamb, this is phenomenal, okay? So it can be on its own, but it can also be other things. It can be sprinkled on your hummus to make it just look that little bit more fancy this Christmas. And of course, it can gift away, which is, what we're on about at the moment. So 5-minute prep, total 25 minutes, 300 grams, okay? We're going to go start. I love how easy the Thermomix and Cookidoo makes things. I often have people say, is Cookidoo worth it? What do you guys think? I reckon what Cookidoo, my opinion, it is worth its weight in gold. I can manually cook. I have the skills for that. I don't have the attention span for it, but I have the skills. I know what I'm doing. But I wouldn't do 90% of the things I do if I didn't have Cookidoo, right? So Cookidoo just takes the brain work out of it. I love it. Okay, 150 grams of sesame seeds. I have black sesame seeds. Roll with whatever you've got. So in these go. Dry bowl, very important, especially if you are putting it away for somebody else. 150 grams. You could have this if you want. If I thought about it earlier, I probably actually would have, only for the fact that I'm very low on my cumin seeds, which are coming up in a minute. But anyway, too late now. Okay, that's the first one done, 150 grams, tick. Cumin seeds, 1 tablespoon. This is where I said I'm very low on this. So, in this goes. Going to be a little lighter on that, is what it is. Okay, coriander seeds, 1 tablespoon. In they go. Now, for those of you who don't love coriander, the greens and the seeds are very different products. Do not be scared of coriander seeds. Just a little bit more for bonus. I do not like the greens at all, okay? Those of you who've been around a long time, they remind me, if you haven't heard this, of squishy ants. The ones that I used to accidentally drink out of the garden hose in summer when I was a kid, okay? Not sure why, but that's what it tastes like. So we don't eat it. I used to grow it. I was like, this is a weed, pull it out. A good swap for those of you who don't like green coriander, and I know this is a divisive thing, okay? Don't dislike me because I don't like the green stuff. But I swap it for predominantly parsley, green parsley, okay? They actually look really similar. They just taste incredibly different. Okay, next, we're going to toast those. How cool is it that our Thermomix cooks for us? So regardless of what model you've got, this has an 8-minute cook, 120 degrees, speed 1, and off it goes. So this is cooking away for us, ready for us to do the next step. Oh, I even have my lid cut today. By the way, if you are watching on today and you want to get your hands on a TM7 and you live in Australia, and I'm sorry those of you who watch on all the time and you hear me say this all the time, but can you believe people reach out and they're like, oh my goodness, didn't know I could buy through you. So if you hear me say it, it's not because I want to sound like a broken record. It's because legitimately people don't realise that they don't have to actually, like, they can use any consultant in Australia. Okay, use one who's going to support you to get the most out of it, who's going to be on the end of the phone when the mayonnaise splits or something doesn't go wrong, okay? So that's why I'll send you the link to buy a Thermomix. If you live in Australia, I'd love to support you and I'd love to help you get the most out of your Thermomix, okay? So I'm sorry to those of you who are around all the time and you hear me say that, but that's why, because on a very regular basis, I also hear people say, oh, I didn't know that I could buy through you. So now we know. We have the trade up on only for a few more days. So if you have an old model Thermomix, a 31, a 5, or a 6, and you want to get the 7, it's a great time to get one at a reduced price. So reach out to get your own link for that. What else? We're having cutter demos and thermo server demos at the moment. You can get online one evening with me and either watch me cook or cook with me and get yourself a cutter discounted or a thermo server. So really great way to get your hands on the new design thermo server as well. We also have a really fancy different deal at the moment. I know we called it weird. It's not weird. We've never done it before, except last week or the week before. And they did it for 24 hours and then they said, oh, you know what, we'll bring it back again. And it's actually the chance to buy 2 Thermomixes. You're buying a TM7, brand new TM7, and a refurbed TM6. Total price, $3,999. So a really great way to get 2 thermies on the bench, or maybe you want to buy it and give one to a relative or a friend. Lots of different reasons why you might want to. Having 2 makes life pretty easy. So many people have 2 saucepans, right? Or 4 saucepans. It's no different to that. Okay, we barely use our stovetop when we go to Thermomix. Well, I don't have saucepans. So, you know, having 2 Thermomix is not crazy. So this is cooking off beautifully. It's reached 100 degrees. You've got 5 minutes left. And that's coming up to temperature. Now, those of you with TM7s who bought from me, I have some stuff coming your way soon. Now I have my new computer and I'm all set up. I've been waiting. The last few weeks without a computer, I have been having some fabulous ideas rattling around and I've drafted some stuff for you guys and I just need to record it. So watch this space between now and Christmas. Hopefully I can get in here and got some special stuff for you guys as we come to Christmas. Hopefully it helps you continue to get more out of your Thermomix, continue to build your confidence with your TM7, all those sorts of things. Hello, Chris. Hey, Anne. Gwenda, how are you? Oh, Runny failed jam earlier. Put it back in, cook it with the lid open for put a 15-minute cook on it. Depends how runny it is, Gwenda. But just put it back in and recook and it'll thicken up. Who else I got on? Chris, Margaret, lovely to see you all on today. I hope you're having a great day. Let me know what you're making if you've been cooking something in your Thermomix, barring the runny jam. Tell me what else you've been making. My jam has turned out stunning. I'm absolutely stoked with that. Look at that. So good. And it's, look, you can see how thick mine is. Mine does not move. Like, it is perfect. Love it. So, I am being incredibly impatient. And with my impatience comes the fact that we're going to move on in this step. If you are making this recipe at home, go do something else. But because I'm talking to a camera, with you guys online, I'm going to be mindful of your time and I'm going to push the pause and I'm going to be the boss of my guided recipe and I'm going to move on. So I'm going to go next. It says allow to cool for 30 minutes. those who know me, you know I'm not going to let it cool for 30 minutes because I want to show you guys this recipe. I want you to make it. So once cooled, let's have a look. It smells phenomenal in my house right now. Like the smell of those roasting, it is so good. And that's the sesame seeds roasted as well. So good. Next, add some salt. 1 teaspoon of salt. And this goes. And then we've got, set my salt solid. I'm having trouble. Look at my Himalayan salt. It's very solid in there. So 1 teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of, and now it says the black pepper. I don't have black. I'm just working with what I got. Oh, that might have been a little extra. Now it says mint or oregano or thyme. I do not have mint dried because we get it fresh out of the garden. So I'm going to use the dried thyme, 1 teaspoon, because thyme is something I do have on the shelf. Oh, it smells amazing. Okay, here we go. Now, what it isn't going to let me do, I don't think, is it's going to tell me it's too hot. So at the moment it wants to turbo. So it says to turbo, so if you're cooking along at home on a different model, Thermomix, it says turbo, half a second, speed 1, until a fine yet even consistency is achieved, repeat chopping time if necessary. But it's also got a bit of an eye here, an information. So if I click on it, it's going to tell me what's going on, and it says that it's too hot to do turbo mode. How Thermomix is so clever. Okay, so it's saying too hot. Now, if you are on a TM31, it's not going to know the difference. I'm trying to trick it right now. If you didn't notice what I'm doing, see if I can make it cool faster. Did I win the battle? Nah, it still thinks it's too hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try something different. Nothing like failing on camera if it doesn't work. And we're going to jump out onto manual mode, just in case you're in a hurry like I am some days. Maybe you want this to put on a roast lamb to go in the oven in 5 minutes time, right? You're not going to give it half an hour to cook. So we're going to see if we can override this using our manual. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to speed 10. It's probably going to take 3 seconds. Let's see if it'll do it. Let's see, it's going. It's 90 degrees inside. Now I gave it 10 seconds because it was actually accelerating up slower than usual. So when you are using those fast speeds on a TM5 or 6, it will go up slower when you're hot, just to make sure if you say you had soup, there's lumps and bumps in it, and make sure it smooths them out on the way. Margaret, you're asking what to use it for. Yeah, use it on lamb, use it on chicken. And I would really, if you're gifting this away, put on the label, great on chicken, great on lamb, great on fish. Give people the ideas on what to use it for. Oh, that looks amazing. So 10 seconds, speed 10, it's dropped 5 degrees already. We're nearly finished. And also, you don't have to make a full batch. So I've made the full batch, kind of thought halfway through, I probably, like as I was pouring in, I was like, wow, this is a lot of sesame seed. I reckon you could get away with less. All right, what was I up to? Skip. So I overrode. If you missed what I just did, instead of using turbo, because it was saying you can't use turbo, the bowl's 90 degrees. It's too hot. I went out and I manually went speed 10 and gave it till it sounded like it was nice and evenly chopped, and then I stopped, which this time was 10 seconds. Transfer to a bowl and set aside. Oh, it smells amazing. Oh my goodness. I wonder if it'll fit in my cumin seed jar. Now we are going to put some nuts in next to finish it off. Now if you have a friend or family member you're giving this to who cannot do nuts, that's okay. Use other things. Use your sunflower seeds. Use your pepitas, okay? Don't feel stuck to that thing that they can't have, okay? So don't disregard it. And you know what? It'd be really nice if somebody is allergic to nuts. Wouldn't it be nice for them to actually have a dukkah that they know is safe for them? So because often they're made on nuts, right? So to have something that's good for them. Okay, toasted hazelnuts. I haven't toasted them. Does that surprise you? So I'm going to put in 100 grams. They are yummy toasted. Time is of the essence today. So you know what? If you have time, toast them in the oven. I'm trying to think what I did last time I did these. I think it's 10 minutes. 180 degrees, maybe try 5, 180 degrees, see what they're like, give them a little roll around, give them 2 more minutes. You know when they're crispy and ready, they smell divine, and they look that little bit of golden too. They'll start losing their shells. And it says if you don't have hazelnuts, use almonds. This time of year I have hazelnuts because it goes into other things. Now let's chop. Now we're using turbo, which again it's saying you are still too warm. So the bowl has cooled down and you can tell from the orange, but it's still saying you're actually too hot. That's okay. It wants an even yet chunky consistency. All right, so we can do the same thing as before. Get out, do manual. So let's go. We probably won't want 10 because we don't want a flour. We want like chunky, but not a flour. See what that looks like. I think that's too chunky. Hey Sue, different Sue on. I've got lots of Sues on today. Yeah, not done yet. Let's try again. I'm going to manually listen to it. Okay, that was 6 seconds. I reckon we might be done. Okay. Oh, that's better. That's better. All right, now what do we got to do? How do we finish this off? Oh, where am I? Dancing around. Here we go. Transfer to a bowl with the seeds combined with the spatula and serve immediately, or transfer into a sealable container in the fridge until ready to use. Now, something to note, mine's all hot still. I didn't leave it cool for an hour. I've chopped it while it's warm. Do not seal this up while it's warm because that warmth will create humidity, which will make everything go soggy. Wait until it's well cool, and this would be perfect in the Thermomix vacuum seal jars. Everyone keeps asking me lately, what do we do with those? What do we do with those? That's what I would do with them. Suck the air out, and the small one would be perfect to give away. Anything though that's airtight once it's cool, this will be amazing. All right, so let's just get the Thermomix to stir it because I don't feel like stirring it. So jumping out here, manual using. Alrighty, let's just put it on reverse, speed 4. So reverse, just mixes it backwards. Stop it. And I think it's done. I might have a taste. Let's have a little taste. Hopefully it's not spicy. No, there's no spice in it, it's only the cumin. Oh, that's yummy. And I can imagine if you toast your hazelnuts, that flavour is just going to magnify. It's beautiful. That's really nice, guys. Make it. Make a smaller batch unless, I mean, if you're giving it away, if you guys are making hampers and you're making 6 hampers to give to all the rallies this Christmas, make it this size and then give them all a little jar because this is a fair bit. But if you're making it just for yourself, because I know some of you guys are cooking along for that too. Nothing wrong with that. It's all good. Make a quarter batch. But I'll show you how much this makes so that you've got a bit of a, and there's still some left over. So you've got a bit of an idea, like, and there's still a portion left in there. So you could make easily a quarter batch, which is probably about a third of that size, if it's just for you, and put that away. But yum, that is really nice. Even with probably the cumin was a bit low because I didn't have enough. Didn't roast the hazelnuts. Didn't cook the sesame seeds super well, but that's beautiful. And I'd be super happy if I was putting that on some lamb or on the chicken breast to roast off or even just steam off. That would be stunning. So otherwise, the other option is, of course, you have some crusty bread with some oil and you dip it in the oil. That would be gorgeous too. So there you go. Not cumin seeds. Don't read the label. That side. That's yummy. It's a Dukkah. It's the hidden one. Now, if you don't like the spice blend here, or maybe you want to make a sweet Dukkah, remember with the bingo, you don't have to make it exactly what I've made. It's a guide. They're the ones I'm going to make. But you might go, you know what? The person I'm giving it to has a real sweet tooth. I'm going to make them one with, I don't know, cranberries and white chocolate and that sort of stuff that they can sprinkle on their yogurt. Like, don't feel stuck to what I'm doing, okay? I'm giving you a guide, but you ultimately get to choose. Choose your own adventure. But otherwise, can't wait to see who gets bingo first. Now that you know what's hidden under the first little mystery cloud, you now know. So I'm going to love you and leave you. If I can help you with your Thermomix, reach out. I'd love to hear from you. If you have questions on recipes or there's something you need clarifying, do reach out. Give Dukkah a try in your Thermomix. Give this a go. Of course, make it smaller if you need to, but otherwise, take care and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now. Maybe, if my camera will stop.